What time is it?
Late.
Savannah? Is that you? What's wrong?
I got a case for you.
Can it wait until later?
I'm sorry, it can't. There's been a kidnapping. A girl just a little older than you.
Shouldn't the police be taking care of this?
There's only so much they can do, and she needs to be found before something bad happens.
What do you mean?
The call came in for me, but I can't go. Thornton Hall is a dangerous place for people like me.
Ghost hunters, you mean? So people think it's haunted?
They know. Jesslyn needs someone who ain't afraid to run after her. That ain't me. What I'm asking of you is dangerous.
After everything you did for me in Japan, I'll do it.
Thank you. Drive to the airport now. I'll arrange a ticket. And Nancy, I didn't call you just because you're a good detective. I called you because you're a skeptic. Thornton Hall is no place for anyone who believes.
Then you called the right detective.
I'm serious. You think long and hard about that before you get on that plane. If what you find on the island is going to get to you, don't go. Stay home.
Don't worry, I'm on the case.
You sure about this?
I am.
Watch yourself around the Thorntons. They earn their bad reputation.
Well, thanks for being concerned. I should be okay.
Well, it depends who's here. Hope for your sake Wade's not skulking around. Or that loony bin reject Harper. But it's Charlotte you best watch for. Blackrok Island belongs to her now. Has ever since the night the fire took her. Take care now.
Jesslyn?
Excuse me?
Sorry. Of course you're not. I'm just tired.
No, don't be. I'm Nancy.
You're here to help?
Savannah Wuдэm called me in. She seems to think there's a supernatural explanation to Jesslin's disappearance.
A couple of days back, that would have earned an eye roll. I'm Colton, the fiancé. Welcome to Thornton Hall. I'd extend you all the courtesies of the Thornton clan, but we seem to be about 20 years too late for that. You might need this. I found it in the house.
Is this Jesslin's?
Yeah. It's dead, though. And the charger got mangled by something. Maybe you could channel all that inquisitive energy into seeing if you can get that old phone back up and running.
Were you and Jesslyn getting married soon?
Yes.
Any chance this is just pre-wedding jitters?
She might have had second thoughts about the wedding. Trust me, everyone does. But she never let anyone worry about her like this. She loved her family more than anything.
Is it safe to assume you had second thoughts about the wedding?
I never said that.
True, but you implied it. You said, trust me, everyone does.
I know. I remember it like it was just moments ago.
See you later.
Later.
You must be Nancy.
Yes, you must be Clara, Jesslin's mother.
Yes.
I want you to know that I'm here to help you with anything you need.
That's real sweet, hon.
I know you may not want me here since you didn't actually call me yourself.
So long as you help me find Jesselyn, you're welcome under what's left of my roof here.
Who did Jesselyn come here with?
Eddison. I tried talking to her, but she was a wreck. Here. She'll have calmed down a bit by now. I hope.
What do you think happened to Jesselyn?
You wouldn't know by the look of this dump, but we're worth a great deal of money. Well, that's what I thought this was. But then, no note. Not yet, at least. I can't believe I'm praying for a ransom note to show up. It's like someone's trying to punish us.
Well, why do you say that?
Thornton Hall was once something truly beautiful. But so much greed and tragedy built up in these walls that when they started to crumble, I wanted to save this place, make it mine. But I couldn't. So whoever took Jessie wanted us to sit here in this broken-down old house waiting for her.
Is there any chance Jesselyn's disappearance could be cold feet?
My Jessie would never put her family through this nightmare, never.
Were things good between Colton and Jesselyn?
They had their rows and their romantic dinners, same as any couple. Colton had some... Well, hon, he had some issues, but they worked through them.
You mentioned that Colton had some issues. What did you mean?
To put it delicately, family issues. Never you mind, it has nothing to do with what's going on now.
Why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out searching for Jesselyn?
I closed down the company. The entire staff is out combing the woods. I said, sit home or join the search. You get paid either way. Not a soul stayed home. Jesselyn grew up in the business. She's got a lot of people looking out for her. I can be thankful for that. The police recommended a presence here. They said we'd have a better chance of noticing if something was off here, knowing the place and all.
I'd better get going.
See you later, hon.
Can't do that right now. need to add some tea first.
Bess's phone.
All right, bonus, Ned. What are you two up to?
George is in New York.
So, she got the internship with that Technology of Tomorrow place?
Yeah, Ned and I were just planning a road trip for when you're back. I was in the middle of trying to convince Ned to grow a bad mustache so we can hang out in Brooklyn.
Not going to happen.
Someone has to, Ned, and George already said no. It was a really angry no, too. Anyway, did you make it to the island?
I did.
I've been doing a little research, and I can see why Savannah sent you.
Why's that?
If I believed in ghosts, I wouldn't come within a few hundred miles of Blackrok Island.
I can definitely see why. Even I have to admit it does have a certain abyss gaze is also into you vibe to it.
Put that on a billboard.
I've got your back. I've been reading up on missing persons cases and hauntings.
Really? Oh, that's great.
I, on the other hand, have been watching videos of otters so good at stacking things. Additionally, I've kidnapped Ned. I've been so bored since George left, and Ned's a very active listener.
Mm-hmm.
See? And he's also very quick to Stockholm.
Nickerson family trait. We like being liked.
Oh, thanks, you two. I want to catch you up on the case.
So it's a missing persons case, right?
Do you think she's actually missing?
I don't know. I've heard of runaway brides, but I don't think that's the case.
If it's a missing persons case, why aren't the police taking care of it?
Well, they are, but since she's an adult, there's only so much they can do.
Ned was telling me about the ghosts out there. Do you think maybe they're related?
Actually, I believe in this ghost.
Ned, do I have permission to do a spit take in your living room?
No.
I'm doing it anyway. Say that again.
Please don't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand down, Bess. The Nickersons are a tidy people.
I wasn't really gonna do it, guys. Unless someone made me laugh. And this is that super red soda that's still on the market even though it's been linked to distractibility in 9 out of 10 Besses. Back to you. Are you finally trading in your Skeptics Club card?
And miss the dinner that probably won't happen this year? No way. People here believe in the ghost. I think if I don't take the ghost story at least a little seriously, I might miss something.
Smart.
Well, I hope so. I need to charge a phone that has no charger.
I'm not good with koans. Ned?
Oh, I got this. I once made a potato battery by hooking up some wires.
Yeah, well, I once turned a potato into an abomination by forgetting about it for a year. Sorry. It's hard not to get jealous around Mr. Knows Things here. Continue being useful.
Actually, that's all I've got. If you find some potatoes or oranges and some alligator clips, that might get you part of the way there.
I met Jesselin's mom.
Poor her.
Assuming she's innocent. What's your impression?
She's reserved. Can't fault her for that, but it does make her hard to read.
I've never been a mom, but I have owned my fair share of fish. And no way anyone could take care of something and even think of... Nancy, it's too sad. Can't do it.
I owe it to Jesselin to distrust everyone, even her.
I know. This case is like a big, fat, tall cloud of sadness that's sitting in front of me and using its cell phone when it's not supposed to.
We just got back from a pretty rowdy opening night screening of the Relation Shipwreck. It was really bad.
All I want is to see the screen and to not deal with jerks, to have a movie-style romance, and for no one to get hurt ever. Find her, Nancy.
I'll do my best. Promise. I met Jesselin's fiancé, Colton.
Where's he fall on the cute to guilty spectrum?
That's not a valid spectrum.
Like fun it isn't. Oh, is this because Ned is on the line?
No.
I'm not calling off the dogs. You're just going to have to find a way to tell me that balances the public's need to know with Ned's presumably fragile ego.
My ego is perfectly fine.
Is that so?
Nickerson men laugh in the face of insecurity.
That's so, Neddard? A test. Nancy, describe Colton's looks using the International Ned Cuteness Unit. We talking half a Ned, 2 Neds?
I don't want to do that.
That good looking? Yikes.
That's not the important part.
Right. Ticking clock, kidnapping, etc. How guilty does he seem? For consistency, please state your answers in Ned units.
Couldn't tell you yet. He doesn't seem as worried as I'd expect, but maybe he's the type to internalize his feelings.
Huh. So that's a thing you can do?
The boyfriend is statistically favored when it comes to crimes like this. Try to get him talking about the relationship. I studied that in preschool.
See you later.
Call back soon.
Hi, Nancy. Did you get the package I left for you?
Not yet.
Ask around. It should be there by now.
What have you been up to since we spoke last?
I've been teaching the road to know my wheels.
Are you working on the next book?
I've been running away from the next book. And an empty house that was filling up with chatty ghosts. But who knows? When I'm out of gas, maybe I'll have no choice but to listen to what they have to say. If they're interested, I'll send you a gallery proof. If they're not, I guess I'll go teach.
Goodbye.
Y'all be careful now. Hello?
Addison, my name is Nэнsi Дрю. I'm calling to see if you can help me with something.
Is this about Jesselyn?
Yes?
I can't. I'm sorry.
The sooner we can find out what happened to her, the better her chances of survival.
Okay. I'll help with what I can.
How's Jesselyn's relationship with Clara?
Okay. Maybe a little strained.
How so?
Jess used to call her Chairman Mom. Behind her back, of course.
Do you think Clara could have anything to do with Jesselyn going missing?
I don't think Jess was afraid of Clara. But still, I can't say for sure.
What do you think of Colton?
What's to think? He's always been decent to me and Jess.
The bedroom key is crossed out in the scavenger hunt. Do you know where it is?
No. Jesselyn must have found it, but I couldn't tell you where it is.
Can you walk me through what happened the night Jesselyn went missing?
She was about to get married, and I think the pressure of it was getting to her. It was supposed to be a night of blowing off some steam. Jess always loved a good scare. She used to make me sneak into scary movies with her when we were kids. So, in a weird way, spending the night searching for a ghost sort of made sense for a bachelorette party. At first, it was really fun. We were running around trying to scare ourselves silly. We were making these recordings like we were on a ghost hunter show. Then, things got strange.
Is there anything you remember that might help me find Jesselyn?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. Upstairs, there was this door. Jess was desperate to get it open. Between you and me, I was relieved that she couldn't figure it out.
Really? Why?
I could feel eyes on me all night long.
What were you doing at Thornton Hall that night?
A scavenger hunt, but I don't know. There was something strange about it.
In what way?
Jess was looking for something toward the end of the night. Kinda desperately. It stopped being fun. That's all I know.
How was Jesselyn acting that night?
She was classic Jess for most of the night.
Then something happened?
Yeah, we were in the house and suddenly she just screams. And then she's nowhere to be found.
What happened?
I was alone in the house, jumping at every noise, too afraid to move. It felt like hours. Then she came back. She wouldn't say what had happened. She wouldn't even talk to me. She wanted to be left alone. She went downstairs, and that was that.
You said things got strange. What did you mean?
It was her and me up in that freezing house, and I remember thinking, I'll never get to sleep. But then I started to feel fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Like I was underwater or something. And I noticed Jess was gone again. I wanted to get up and find her, but I couldn't move. It was like this invisible hand was pinning me down. I heard a strange voice. It wasn't Jess. Then it was the morning. I was alone and Jess was gone.
You said you heard a voice.
Charlotte. I'm sure of it.
Did she say anything?
She sang. I only heard a little bit.
Would you consider yourself a believer in the paranormal?
If you'd asked that last week, I would have made some crack about Bigfoot.
And now?
And now I'm going to say that I don't believe. Because I'm afraid if I let myself believe, I'll be opening a door that no one can close.
Did you notice any secret passages or tunnels while you were at the house?
No, but it was so drafty in there, it would surprise me if there weren't.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I don't have all the parts I need. I need to find something to remove these nails. This looks like a painting. I should find somewhere to place it. time to recharge the battery. All right, let's see if all those oranges did the trick. That didn't sound good. It's not charged yet. It looks like the painting is missing. What's that smudge? It almost looks like something was painted over. I already have one. There's something back there. What is that? Are those graves?
Hello.
What's the story with the locked room upstairs?
It's Charlotte's. We don't go in there.
It might help me figure out what's going on if I could take a look around.
Best of luck. That door locked itself up tight the day of her funeral. There's not a key in this world that'll open it. I've tried.
Who else was in that old portrait with you?
You know, hon, we had that covered up for a reason. I can't talk about it. Not right now. Please, just leave me be.
What's up?
What do you think of Clara?
She's just a little severe until you get to know her.
And then?
I wouldn't know.
You're holding something back.
So what if I am? Can't stay away.
How did you and Jesselyn meet?
I saw her one day and thought, this is the girl I'm going to marry. And then I threw a rock at her face.
Like, metaphorically?
No, I was just a kid. I had a very limited game book. She still has a little scar. You can see it when she smiles. I'll never live that down.
I imagine things improved from there?
We became best friends. Then we grew up and became what we are. Or were. Or...
So you and Jesselyn must have dated for quite some time.
Actually didn't start dating until a year ago.
Really?
We both dated other people, but nothing worked out. One day Clara had enough and sat us down and said, everyone knows you're going to get married. Go to it already. Jess was mortified. I took her out to the coast since that always cheered her up. We talked through the night, and by the time the sun came up, it just stopped sounding so silly.
Goodbye.
Later.
Hey! You're not Savannah.
No, but you must be Wade.
Is she with you? Are you the new assistant? What's his name, get canned or something?
Logan? I don't know. All I know is that she thought I'd be the right person for the case. She's not coming.
What did you just say?
She said she was sorry to send me, but nothing could get her to come here.
I never took her for a coward.
Well, she seemed pretty scared of the ghosts.
Ghosts? No, that ain't it. She's scared of seeing me. I hope Savannah understands the mess she dropped you in.
What kind of mess?
Take a look around and then you tell me. Who's more welcome here? The living or the dead? Anyway, Savannah had a package sent. I guess it must be for you. It's up in the house.
From what I understand, the Thornton family business is very successful.
Yep. We got money and all the trouble that buys.
Who else is here?
Clara, that's Jesselyn's mother. Colton, her fiancé.
Anyone else?
Depends what you mean by anyone.
Any other alive or verifiably real people?
No.
What do you think of Colton?
I do not like that shifty little punk, but I have said that about all Jesse's boyfriends. With him, I mean it a little extra. Something's crooked with the two of them together. I don't know if she can see it or not.
Who runs the family company?
Clara.
Do you think that's fair?
No.
Would you like to run the company?
Good, sweet nonsense, no. Do not even imply that I'm after that to anyone.
Why aren't you in the house?
I'm only on the island because Jesslin's missing. Nothing's gonna get me in that house.
What's Clara's relationship to the rest of the family?
My cousin, Harper and Charlotte's cousin. She lived with the girls after her mama passed.
Do you know Savannah?
I did, once.
And now?
And now I don't.
How did you meet Savannah?
We went to the same bookstore.
You don't seem like the type.
I'll take that as a compliment and an insult.
How long ago was this?
A while. Gone now. It was a little old dark place. Carried these musty old books. Stuff that didn't exist anywhere else.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts. But I was there researching our family. Savannah had this way of reading, like there was something she needed to know real bad. One day I finally asked, "What is it you need to know so bad?" You know what she said?
What?
Nothing. She handed over the book she was reading and walked out. At first, I'm feeling a touch rejected. But then I look at the book.
What was the book?
That was the crazy thing. It was the Thornton family book of names. Births, deaths, marriage, and so on, going way back.
Why would she have that?
Why, indeed. I had to know. Took me some doing, but I tracked her down.
So you met Savannah because she was trying to find Charlotte's ghost?
One of those people who met her was Savannah. Ask her, and maybe she'll tell you about it. After that, she became obsessed with Thornton Hall. We got to know each other. I fell for her like a Black Tuesday banker. In the end, the landing was just as rough.
You said you were researching the family. Why?
After Charlotte died, that's when something I always knew came out shining so bright I finally had to admit it. Long as it's been growing, the Thornton family tree's been split down the middle. The evil roots always trying to strangle out the good. I used to think I was on the side of good.
And now?
What do you think?
Maybe you're not.
Maybe you're right.
What did you mean about the family being split in two?
You wouldn't know by looking around here, seeing the state we're in, but we're loaded.
What's that have to do with anything?
The Thornton family bought its money with blood, and not always our own.
And you think one part of the family have more to do with this than the other?
I don't speak ill of the dead, especially not when they're staring up at the soles of my boots. Look around. You'll see.
Does anyone actually live here?
No one lives out on the island, but just on the shore.
Were you close to Jesselyn?
Everyone was. Everyone is. She's the bright spot of happiness in this whole miserable family.
I'd better get going.
Adios. Wanna hear a ghost? Check it out.
Can I listen to more recordings?
Sure.
Have you always been a ghost hunting enthusiast?
I'm not exactly enthusiastic about the dead, no offense meant. But yes, I do find it interesting.
Why?
Life is a quest for truth, is it not? And death has a way of stripping away all pretensions.
That's pretty philosophical for a guy wearing boots.
You Northerners don't have a lock on big thinkers. We got plenty. Like Roscoe J. Redbrook and the Gimbaltucky Boys, and I dare you to say their lyrics don't equal those of the Greek poets. And we got that old guy with the white suit and the chickens. Point is, I like ghosts because they show me what is, not what I want to see. And wearing boots don't make you stupid. Makes you smart, if it's muddy.
Can I listen to more recordings?
Sure.
I'd better get going.
Adios. No need to jump, just me.
Can you tell me about some of these stones?
I'll tell you what I can. But sometimes it's best to just look and listen. That there is Clara's mother.
What can you tell me about her?
Not a great deal. She loved her secrets. Never even told Clara who her daddy was.
Why not?
Don't know. When Clara was about 10, Rosalie got real sick. Every day Clara would ask about her daddy. I think she was afraid of being left to fend for herself. But Rosalie wouldn't say. Virginia, my mother. Rest her soul.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Just that I miss her, and I always will. Luther, my daddy. Mama called him the king of slamming doors. He had a hot temper, but a soft heart, and no mind for business. He wasn't intuitive. He brought me out here to the stones at night. Taught me how to open my eyes, shut up, and listen. You rest well, Daddy. That's Charlotte.
Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. That's a sad inscription.
It was a sad time. None of us wanted to see her leave. We didn't expect it to become what it's become. Beauregard Thornton. Mean old codger. Harper Stone.
Harper?
Indeed. She ran away shortly after Charlotte died. Long enough that we thought we'd lost her too. One day she walked in the front door looking wild and thin as a spring sapling. Never said where she was. Her granddaddy was so mad he left the stone to remind her of what she'd put them through. She'd sit out there and read. Don't know if it was spite or if it made her feel at home. Knowing her, probably both. This blank one is my favorite.
Why is that?
Who doesn't want a celebrity in the family? Especially one that rubs all the wrong people the wrong way. The Gray Lady. In the Civil War, they say she was a spy, passing codes for the North. If you look, you can find some of her contraptions here. Her service gave the Thornton family this land. Roger and Marie, side by side from the day they married to the day they died. Both real sweet. Charlotte and Harper's parents. May they rest in peace.
It's locked.
Hi.
I found a set of graves without names on the markers.
That is where our troubles began.
What happened?
Most of the family'd rather it never come up. Our first factory was right here on the island. At the time, it made us a lot of money. But along the way, we got greedy. Never built a place for the workers to stay. They'd bed down right on the processing floor. Nothing for heat in the winter, so the workers built fires inside. One winter, there was a wicked cold snap. They built a couple of extra big fires, and in the night the fumes built up. None of them ever woke up again. That's when we split in two. Half saying this'll never happen again, and half saying accidents happen. Grieve and move on.
Do you have a key to the crypts?
Sorry.
When did the factory accident happen?
That was more than 100 years ago, and we still can't move on. That's why this house still stands, I think. Until we Thorntons decide who we're gonna be, we're stuck on this island. You should see it on a summer day when the ocean and the sky are sharing the same blue, and the grass is bright. But here it is, gray and dark, under all the misery we've heaped upon it.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Can you tell me why you ended up in jail?
You really want to know?
I do.
Then listen. I don't care if you believe me, but keep this to yourself.
Okay.
I wasn't close to the company then. Still ain't, but I heard through a friend of the guy down the way. You know how it goes. I heard that our processing plant in town was up to its old tricks, hiring people who couldn't afford to quit and treating them beyond bad, locking them in to meet quotas and such. I asked Clara. She denied, naturally, but it made her so mad I asked. I had to go check it out myself. I went in the middle of the night, and right away I saw it was true. The exit was padlocked, right in plain view of the world, and no one cared. I broke in, that's true. I was furious. I broke one of the big machines, that's true too. So there it is. I stood up, and boy, did I get knocked down.
You must be pretty mad at Clara.
You don't even know the half of it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What was that?
Nancy.
Is there anything else I should know that might help me find Jesselyn?
Yeah. Keep a suspicious eye on Wade.
Wade didn't seem all that dangerous to me.
He neglected to tell you about his time spent in jail, I see.
As a matter of fact...
Wade's a nice guy when he wants to be. And only when he wants to be. I'm happy we have another set of eyes looking for Jesse. But I do hope you know what you're getting yourself into.
I saw something really strange.
I did too.
What do you think that was?
Excuse me, I need to be alone. Did you have more to say?
Wade said you're the reason he went to jail. Is that true?
No. Wade is the reason Wade went to jail.
He said you were the one who pressed charges.
Well, isn't he the chatterbox when it suits him?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. What he doesn't get, what no one gets, is that I meant well. No matter how he explained it to you, he broke the law. He broke into the factory, he damaged thousands of dollars of equipment, and scared the workers half to death. I didn't think he'd go to jail, though. And he knows that.
What did you think would happen?
I thought community service. An officer to keep him away from his crooked friends so he would finally straighten up. I planned on dropping the charges, but once the ball got rolling, I lost control of it. Wade ended up sitting across from a judge who wanted to make an example. And that was that. Wade has wanted his revenge ever since. It's stupid. I even suspected him of taking Jesselyn to get back at me. But he'd never do something like that. I don't think.
Everyone else seems to be avoiding the house. Why are you in here?
You'll think I'm crazy.
Not after the day I've had.
Fair enough. I guess I want to be close to whatever it is that took Jesselyn.
I've heard about the ghost, but can you tell me anything about the real Charlotte?
My cousin. But everyone thought we were sisters. She died here. Joined the old family, as they used to say. When I was a little girl, my mama used to say, after we Thorntons passed, we'd keep on living right here. Every night would be a beautiful ball with songs and cute boys to dance with. She wasn't trying to scare me to death, but nonetheless, I did not sleep well on story nights.
It does sound a little eerie.
That was back when Thornton Hall was pretty. Now, I don't even want to entertain the thought.
Did your mother say much else about the ghosts here?
Too much. If she thought there was a ghost about, she'd fall to pieces being so sad.
Sad? Most people are afraid of ghosts.
She had this weird belief that Thornton ghosts aren't around forever. They got a short time to make their peace. If they don't, they get bitter, real mean and nasty, until they forget everything that made them human. And then they slip into the cracks of the world to live with the others.
The others?
The lost souls from an accident that happened here years back. Mama called them hungry shadows.
Why?
I don't want to know. She said they were all tangled together, lost and scared and mean. My mama was a good woman. But dang, if she didn't scare me half to death with a regularity.
Goodbye.
Bye. Nancy.
Goodbye.
See you later, hon.
Looks like I need to figure out the password. anything about the factory accident?
Nothing I can verify. It's been scratched out of the local history. When I was there, I expected to feel something when I stood near the old factory.
And nothing?
As many spirits as I expected. I only met one.
Charlotte?
That'd be the one. Dear, sweet Charlotte, the terror of Blackrok Island.
I spoke to Wade.
I figured that might happen eventually. Can I explain, or are we beyond that?
I'm sure you have your reasons.
I do.
Wade said he was expecting you. Why didn't you tell me that?
I was going to come. I meant it when I told him I was coming.
But then?
But then I got scared.
What scared you away from taking the case?
To be blunt, the living Thorntons are just as scary as the dead ones.
Why?
They've dug so many graves on that rock that death himself is on the Christmas card list. I can't help but wonder if they're misfortunate fools or just addicted to Sunday clothes and the sound of a spade taking a bite out of cold clay.
Tell me what happened when you met Charlotte.
I'll tell you, hon, but you got to remember that you are not like me.
What do you mean?
I have opened the door to the spirit world, and you have not. And don't you dare do it, ever. You hear?
Yeah, I can agree to that.
I mean it. The dead are just like lost children. If you're out there leaving a trail of breadcrumbs, they will find you. Enough of the PSA. I snuck out there to the ruins on the anniversary of her death. I waited in silence for a long time. Nothing.
You didn't say the rhyme?
Oh, that. Oh, it's cute, but I wasn't looking for my daddy's brain-dead bloodhound. They come when they come, and in the dead of night, she came. Stood right beside me. Just me and her, eye to eye, for a hot minute. Finally, she reached for my wrist. She pulled me through a fog that became smoke and then fire. She pulled me back to the night she died.
Could you see what happened that night?
I couldn't see a thing. I could only feel the heat. I could feel how sad she was and how angry. I'm sorry, hon. Talking about it don't come easy.
I'm just trying to fit the pieces together. What does Charlotte have to do with Jesslyn?
All families got one thing in common. Every generation, just like the last. There's some rebels and some oddballs that break the mold. But for the most part, one generation gonna follow into the footsteps of the next. From what I gathered, Jesslyn seems to be cut from the same cloth as Charlotte. You ask me, if someone saw Charlotte as a threat, then Jesslyn's been born behind enemy lines.
You said you opened the door to the spirit world. What did you mean?
You really sure you want to know?
I'm curious, and no disrespect, but...
Last time, I told you how my daddy got me interested in ghosts, but that's only part of the story. When I was young, there was a spot in my room where I could fold back the wallpaper. There was this gorgeous old wood behind it. I mean, to me it was. I'd trace the ripples in the grain with my finger for sometimes hours.
Why?
I don't know. I was a girl, and it was the only thing I knew about that no one else did. I don't know exactly when it started, but I began to trace a beautiful old willow into the wall, over and over again. Strong limbs running up to the sky, and the tangled roots grabbing tight at the dirt. I was obsessed. I traced the tree until I knew every detail. I even started to see it after a time, little indentations in the wood. But one day, the lines felt strange and cold. And I realized it wasn't the wall I was feeling. There was a girl on the other side of the wood. She was showing me what to draw. She was trying to tell me something. I should have shut my eyes tight and glued the paper back. But I didn't, and I couldn't. I let it teach me the shape of the tree, again and again, until one day I saw it in real life.
What happened?
Not a thing until a strong storm hit a few months later. I don't have to tell you what they found when they pulled what was left of the willow tree from the ground, now do I? That's when I decided I would learn to listen. I knew even then it had come at a cost. I just had no idea how high.
See you later.
Later, hun.
Hi, Nancy.
There's something strange about Jesslin's disappearance.
What's that?
There's no ransom note.
That does complicate things. But I've read that most missing person cases involve the immediate family.
You're right. I guess the best move is to keep the family talking. Maybe they'll let something slip.
Or maybe they're trying to tell you something.
How so?
Remember in Kyoto, you told me that ghosts are what people invent when an injustice can't be fixed?
Sounds me-ish.
If that's the case here, once you figure out what the deal with the ghost is, I bet it'll point right to Jesselyn. And if the ghost is real, then case closed. A ghost did it. If that turns out to be the case, please don't tell me. I like living in a world where ghosts are probably not real. I already have to vault into bed after every scary movie for fear of ankle grabbers.
I met Wade.
I still say giving your child a verb for a name dooms them to a life of hearing mediocre jokes. What's he like?
He's got a bit of a rough edge. He seemed surprised that I came instead of Savannah.
What do you mean?
He wanted Savannah here, specifically.
Why?
I don't know, but I intend to find out. I just saw a ghost.
So what are we talking? Puppet? Mirror tricks?
No, listen, don't tell anyone else this.
Is this going to be a ghost blind item? A well-known spirit was spotted at a popular haunt canoodling with a certain ghost about town known for his habit of appearing in mirrors.
Can you channel Sirius Bess for a moment?
Okay. Homework, my dad talking about taxes, that picture of a puppy who got lost. Old paintings of European royalty. I'm there.
Thanks. Since I've gotten here, things have been getting stranger and stranger. I can't shake this feeling. It's like an odd weight. I'm not saying the ghosts are real here. I'm just saying... I don't know what I'm saying.
That doesn't sound like the Nancy I know.
I know. I just need to clear my head. There is always a scientific explanation.
Ned, you gotta tell her to come home.
Still gotta work on that whisper, Bess.
Nancy, you're really scaring me. Come home.
I will, just as soon as I can. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi.
Can you help me figure out Jesslin's password?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. The tombstone portion of our scavenger hunt? There was something strange about it.
Can you think of a reason she would hide her password there?
Just in case something happened to her. I thought she said that to scare me, but maybe not.
Goodbye.
Find Jess.
Did that. Check. That's done. Check. 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 Did that. That's done. Still have to do that.
Shh. Stay still. Listen. I don't hear. What? What's happening? I'm just practicing. You are such a brat. Shh. I'm not falling for it again. No, Addie, I'm serious. Listen. Footsteps. I don't hear them. Maybe it was the wind. Remind me why we're doing this again. I'm getting married. Duh. What's your plan for your first anniversary? Diving into an active volcano? That's a little ambitious for a first anniversary. Anyway, lava's traditionally the 10th. Not in my family. That is not the title of this program. Oh, and I suppose you have a better name? With this ring, the dead. No, that's weird, and you're weird for saying it. We're using mine. I'm Jesselyn Thornton, and I'm Addison Abomination Hammond. And this is Ghost Talker Tours. This week, we're creeping into Thornton Hall, the most haunted place in the known universe. Children around here grew up in fear of the dreaded Charlotte Thornton, also known as my cousin. Wasn't there some rhyme that kids would say to call Charlotte's ghost? That silly thing? Yes. How'd that go? Wasn't it like, don't remember, too much pressure? Give it your best shot. It was like, who likes ghosts? All of us do. So come hang out. We'll have a nice time. That's exactly it. Nice work. We're here to find... Oh, that is a spider! It is in my hair! I don't even want to be alive anymore! Please just kill me! Got it! Look there. There it goes! Well, on the bright side, we can check spiders off the list. That was a black widow! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Probably just gave it the scare of its life. It's not going to bother us. It's her or me. I just dropped it. I think it fell through the floorboards. Let's just grab it in the AM, unless you want to go one-on-one with our little friend down there. Where are we going? Are you sure you want to know? I'm just going to pretend it's a top-secret, really nice hotel. We're looking for the ruins where Charlotte died. Remember when Elizabeth got married and we all watched rom-coms and ate caramel corn? I was just thinking, like, at no point that evening was I like, I'll die here! It just didn't come up. Maybe not for you, but 2 movies in, I was thinking fondly about my own mortality. Wait, what's that say? The serpent rests in the center on the 2 handles. I think I know what that's about. Whoa! Buddy system! Jess! Where are you going? I know you're freaking out. I promise this will be quick. Are all of those coffins occupado? I gotta go outside. Just 2 seconds. There's some sort of message in the window. Yeah, I know. It says, this building is for dead people only. Jess? Jesselyn? This isn't funny. Where are you? Jessie! I don't want to be alone. Please stop, please. Please come back. This isn't funny. I'm too scared. I don't understand. Are you okay? Jess, if this is a prank, it's not funny. Not funny! Jess, you're really scaring me. Say something. I said leave me alone. Now!
That didn't sound good. This looks like some sort of code. Ethel's grave. It must be tied into that picture in the corner somehow.
What's up?
Well, what do you think happened to Jesselyn?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid thinking about it. My mind can get caught up in a real dark place. You know, when things around me get bad.
What do you mean?
Ignore me. I've been up way too long.
Do you know anything about Clara's past?
No. It's funny you ask.
Why's that?
I could tell Jess had something to tell me about Clara. She'd get so close and just stop dead.
She never told you anything?
I know Clara's mom died when she was young, and she ended up living with her cousin's family. But that's it.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
Hi.
What can you tell me about Charlotte?
Charlotte was something special, just like our Jesslyn. She had the most beautiful voice. When she sang, it was like sunlight busting through fog.
Sounds like you were close.
She was the talented one of the bunch. You can still hear her sing, if you stop to listen in the quiet, dark places.
Clara told me that she never intended for you to go to jail.
Don't believe that.
Why not?
Because it ain't true. She used to come visit just to laugh at me through the glass. That was the price of hearing about home.
Do people really come here trying to meet Charlotte's ghost?
Around the time Charlotte's ghost was driving the family away, the stories started to spread. Little kids around here started playing this game to scare themselves silly. They'd turn off the lights and say, "Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back," over and over again until they'd just about scare themselves to death. It was just a game, but that's when people started jumping the fence at night hoping to meet her, saying that same silly rhyme. Most would just come and go in peace, but the ones who found her, it messed them up real good. A couple even went into shock.
What happened to Charlotte and Harper's parents?
Plane crash.
Seems like there's a lot of misfortune in the family.
Bad blood brings bad luck.
Is it true that you have a questionable past?
You asking if I really went to jail? Yes. I advise against it.
Why?
It's not a fun place and they don't let you leave.
No, I mean, why did you go to jail?
I know what you meant. I took a tour of the seasons. My debt is paid, that's all.
I'd really like to know.
The nerve you got.
Savannah said Charlotte was supposedly a ghost.
Not supposedly.
In my experience, ghosts tend to be not real.
Then consider yourself lucky. In my experience, of which I have significantly more, reality isn't that simple.
Have you ever actually seen this ghost?
This ghost was my cousin Charlotte, and yes, I saw her. I saw her grow up. I was here the night she died, and I've seen her since, much as I wish that wasn't true.
I saw something I can't explain in the house.
That's why you couldn't get me in there for nothing.
I don't believe in ghosts, but...
That don't stop you from feeling them. Would you believe my happiest memories live in that house? Christmases and long summer nights stargazing on the roof.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Singing? I think it's coming from upstairs. Make yourself blind. Call Charlotte home. I need to figure out what this means. Fire so red, night so black. Dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
Tell me, who are you?
Nancy, I'm here to help Jesslyn.
Give me a reason to let you live. Mind you, a good one.
What?
One reason to spare you. Give it to me now. The spirits are growing impatient with my mercy.
I'm here to find Jesslyn. That's reason enough.
Foolish, but come. Remove the blindfold.
Just who are you?
Harper, can I trust you? Can you be trusted?
Of course.
Then I trust you. You'll be wanting to know why I am hiding under the house.
That would be at the top of my list of questions, yes.
It's because I don't want anyone up there to find me.
Why not?
It is undeniably frigid here, cold as the crypts themselves. I'll build a fire, and the fire will build some smoke, and the smoke will build some rain.
Are you ignoring my question?
Not ignoring, no. Elongating the moments in between the asking and the hearing, pausing for effect.
Okay. Could you tell me now?
A moment, hon. It's because I'm a grandly unbalanced sociopath with delusions of grandeur and a history of erratic behavior and violent tendencies. My family resents me. They have publicly said that I'm a freak. People in the town point and stare. The neighborhood children used to call me Witch Lady until my dedication to the ironic led me to bake cookies for the sweet darlings. But it was my love of the dramatic reversal that won out in the end, and I threw the little runts down a well.
You what?
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. But it would be funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Help, I'm in a well. So that's me. Tell me about you. I bet you're fascinating. Oh, wait, shut it. I forgot the most important thing. Do not tell anyone I am down here. If you do, I'll just do something rotten. Here, take this. Go now.
I should look for those portraits. The letters must be what that note was referring to. All right, now to find all the others. That's it. Now I should be able to figure out what the code means. That's it. How do I get this working again? I need to put the combs on first. Fixed it. Done. That's all of the seeds. I have to find a way to balance these scales. That looks new. It might be Jesslin's. The Thornton family tree. Might come in handy. Looks like it's missing a piece.
Quick, I haven't got all day.
Can you tell me a little more about Clara?
I could, but as a lover of the written word, I prefer show, not tell. So why don't you go ask her about her daddy?
What do you know about Clara?
She's cold. She's a cold person, nothing like Jesselyn. Ask her about Jesselyn. See how she reacts. Not like the caring mom she's pretending to be. Not if you really look.
Were you and Clara close as children?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'd really like to know. It might be important.
She could have been good to me. She could have been there when I needed someone, but she wasn't.
Can you tell me more about Charlotte?
If I didn't love her so much, I would hate her beyond the great beyond.
Why?
Golden child, Charlotte. She was perfect in everyone's eyes, even mine. I wanted to be her when I grew up. But then one day I was older than my older sister, and older still today.
Why are you here?
Jesselyn, poor little Jessie lamb has vanished, they say. Can't have that. Not here. No, not on the island.
Are you trying to find Jesselyn?
Yes.
Maybe you could help me out.
You want my help? I'm not a helper. Oh, if you keep my secret, then I'll help.
Do you really believe in the ghost?
Her name is Charlotte, and I've seen her. She's spoken to me.
What exactly did her ghost say?
Boo.
Ugh.
Not my fault she's a stickler for convention. She also says, get out. Oh, right, almost forgot. She says that she hates you and she wants you to leave.
This house is pretty run down. Are you sure it's safe to use that furnace?
No.
Maybe you should not use it? You could be filling the house with fumes.
Sounds like upstairs people problems to me. I'm downstairs people.
Clara came to live with you after her mom died. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you get along?
Yeah, we was a regular Tom and Huck to start.
What do you think of Wade?
The Wade man of Alcatraz. Don't trust him about a single thing in this living world. The world of the dead, he understands that.
You're dressing up as Charlotte or doing something to fake these hauntings, aren't you?
The hits keep coming. You're a doll, a real peach. Ew! Oh, you're not kidding, are you? Am I dressing up as my dead sister for kicks? After the only family member everyone can agree on has gone missing? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, that's the question. The implication was more or less added by you.
No, I am not, so shut it! Don't want to go in the house? Don't blame you.
Tell me about Charlotte.
She was my big sister.
Do you really think she's...
I know.
How do you know?
No more. When Char died, that was the end of my family. I was left completely alone. All I have to call home are those memories. If I share them, they won't be mine anymore.
That's not true at all.
Says the girl who's never seen a drop of rain fall on her perfect life.
I lost my mom when I was a girl.
Oh, then you must be an expert on everything.
But sharing my memories of her always made her seem closer, not further away.
You've seen her? What they've made her into? You think I want her closer? And people think I'm crazy. You're crazy.
Nancy.
There's a strange woman in the basement.
What? That can't be right.
I swear, Harper was there.
Nancy, I've got enough to deal with. Stop playing games, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Yes, hon.
Can you tell me a little about Harper? It seems like you two really didn't get along.
She blamed me for what happened to Charlotte.
Blamed you?
On some level, she was convinced it was me. I let it go at first. She was just torn to shreds about the whole thing. But the more time went by, the more disturbed she got. She was obsessed with the idea that I had stolen part of Charlotte's locket.
What kind of locket?
I never figured out what she was talking about. One night, she followed me out onto the widow's walk. When I got near the railing, she pushed, and I fell. By the time I got out of the hospital, she was gone. I can't say I wasn't relieved.
Harper really was down there. I'm not making things up.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I just want to find Jesselyn, like you.
Then no more games now, okay?
I'm telling the truth.
Nancy, enough! Just go away! Leave me be!
Can't do that right now.
Hey.
Do you know much about Harper?
I heard she's in some psych hospital or something. But that's all I know. I saw her around once in a while when I was a kid, but I don't remember much.
Did Jesselyn ever say anything about her?
Just that she seemed scared of her. Maybe they had a past. But I don't know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You scared me.
Do you think that what happened to Charlotte was an accident?
Dunno. The night before I saw her take off into the night holding this little package like it was precious to her. The look on her face. I should have stopped her, said, "What is wrong?" "Here, take this."
Is this Charlotte's?
"Yes."
Do you know what this is? Can you tell me what it's for?
"Maybe that's enough for now."
Did Clara get along with Charlotte and Harper when she was younger?
They all got along famously. Until the night of the fire.
What exactly happened?
Charlotte was getting ready for her big 21st birthday ball. And at the last minute went off to what is now the ruins. No one knows what started the fire.
After that, what about Clara and Harper?
Clara grew up pretty fast, but Harper, she got lost in that night and never got found.
I swear, Harper was there.
I told you, life don't play by the rules here. Anyways, if she was, she ain't now.
I'd better get going.
Later.
The key fits, but I think it's broken. I need to follow the instructions from the note.
What was I supposed to think? One day you were just gone.
I'd better listen.
Lexi. And I hope you understand how much that makes me hate you right now.
Who is Lexi? This looks like one of the pictures from Jesselin's camera. There must be something hidden here. Hmm. What's happening? I better get some rest.
No offense, but you sound really tired.
Been burning the midnight oil at both ends?
Feels like it. I must have slept through the day. But I still feel exhausted.
Maybe you should pace yourself a bit.
I know. Wait, hang on.
Hang on? Why? Is there a ghost?
No, I see something. Call you back later.
Hi.
I heard Colton talking to a girl named Lexi.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know the details, but they were romantically involved.
Whoa, as in possible motive for Colton?
No clue. Harper keeps avoiding Clara and Wade.
Oh, she is definitely up to something. Keep an eye on her.
I met Harper.
What's she like?
She might be completely crazy. Either that or she wants me to think that's the case.
So, who is she?
She's a Thornton, all right, but that's pretty much all I know. She seems to be hiding from everyone.
Hiding?
For the moment.
You met a weirdo who has an obvious affinity for ghost kidnappings during the course of your investigation of a ghost kidnapping? And you didn't tell anyone? Ned, say something to uncrazy your girlfriend.
Don't be that way?
Not compelling, Ned.
Should I say it like you would?
If that's what it takes.
Nancy, your newfound buddyship with that batty basement dweller is freaking me out.
I have trained you well. Now go, Nancy. Tattle like the wind.
All right. I think you may have a point. Someone keeps sending me notes.
Someone has a crush on Nancy.
Let's hope not. I think they're related to finding Jesslyn.
Right. That also makes sense.
If someone is sending you notes, that might be great news. Could mean someone wants you to find Jesslyn.
Unless it's a trap. Sorry. I know you asked me to stop saying that.
This time you might be right, but I still
Have to follow the clues.
We know.
Like how you know that we're gonna say,
be careful.
bring me back something awesome? Which was a joke, because I totally was gonna say the other thing.
See you later.
Bye.
Hi.
You've done a lot of research on the Thornton family, right? What have you found?
Like a lot of powerful families around here, they were forged in the Civil War. Like every war, it was a brutal thing that made a lot of men dead and a couple of men rich. Or women, in this case. The family matriarch, the Grey Lady, they say she was a spy for the North.
Is that true?
Could be. She kept records like a spy for sure. Which is to say she didn't. One thing's known. She fed the North troop positions that turned the tide of more than one battle. She was compensated quite well for it. The island itself was a gift. She was either a traitor or a spy. That's why the Northerners got to calling her Grey Lady. If you ask me, she started a nasty Thornton tradition. Success at the cost of innocent blood. Anyone who tries to write things in that family gets ostracized or worse.
What happened to your old assistant, Logan?
He fired me.
Doesn't it usually work the other way?
You'd think so. He got fed up with me.
Why?
He gave me an ultimatum. Write the draft or he'd find someone else to work for. I do not do ultimatums.
Goodbye.
Y'all be careful now.
Hi.
How did you get into the crypt?
Jess had a key, but I don't know what happened to it.
I found a camera. Was that yours?
Yeah, that's probably Jess's. We were taking pictures for the scavenger hunt. She took it with her when she wandered off. Maybe the pictures might help you find her.
Do you know anything about Harper?
Just what I've heard from Jesselyn. Apparently she handed in her sanity card a while back. Jess said Clara was always worried Harper would return.
Why?
I think she was scared of her. She told Jess to call the police if she ever saw Harper.
I'd better get going.
Find Jess.
I do not care if she's an adult. She's my daughter.
I should listen.
She's not a runaway. She'd never do that to us. No. It's not cold feet. It's not running away. Someone took her. She is in danger out there. Do something.
She sounds pretty upset.
Hello.
Can you tell me anything about your father that might be relevant?
Why would you ask me about my father?
You know, no stone unturned, pursue all angles.
I don't believe you. Fine. I never knew who my daddy was. Happy to hear me say that?
I promise I didn't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Why didn't your mother ever tell you?
I think one day she was going to tell me, but she didn't live to get the chance.
I'd better get going.
See you later, hon.
We could have found a way.
I should listen.
Lexi, I know you still care about me. I want to see you when this is all over. I know. All I said is I want to see you. Then why did you pick up the phone? Just see me.
It sounds like he's talking to Lexi.
Hey. Did you listen in on my call?
Who is Lexi?
What are you talking about?
The girl you were on the phone with?
You don't know what you heard. You understand me?
I think she is someone important to you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Your fiancé is missing, and the way you're talking to this Lexi...
You want a conversation? Fine. I love Lexi. I want to spend my life with her.
You're engaged.
That was based on a lie. Clara, my parents, even Jesslyn, they were all in on it.
Jesslyn? Are you sure?
She'd have to be. I mean, I haven't considered that she might not be yet. Before Jess and I got together, I was with Lexi. Until one day she called and said it was over. She wouldn't even see me. Then, she was gone. And now I find out. My parents pushed her away, and Clara pushed me and Jess together. Mom and Dad wanted a piece of the Thornton fortune, and Clara wanted a piece of the Birchfield influence. So excuse me for being conflicted. I want Jesslyn safe, but...
I still don't understand what's going on. Why are you here?
To try to forget something.
Forget what?
I guess it must have worked.
So, things would really work out for you if Jesslyn just disappeared.
Do you really want to ask me that?
Sorry, I just really want to figure out where she is.
Trust me, so do I.
Why is Lexi so important?
I've always felt a little out of step with the world. When I met Lexi, it's like everything snapped into place. I don't know how else to put it.
And it wasn't the same with Jesslyn?
I do love her, but not in the way I tried to. Jess is my best friend, and always will be. If she ever comes home, and if she ever forgives me.
You don't think Jesslyn's coming back, do you?
What are you implying?
Nothing. Just observing.
You want to know the truth so bad? Yeah, I'm afraid she's never coming back. Happy? Need something?
Where do you go when you're not out here?
Nowhere.
So, every once in a while you pop out of existence?
I walk around, looking for Jesslyn.
Aren't you worried that your parents won't approve of Lexi?
Not after all they've done. It's time for them to start worrying about my approval, because I am done looking for theirs.
I'd better get going.
Bye. Hey.
Goodbye.
Later.
I better copy this design. This looks like the picture from the camera. The numbers along the edges should help me arrange the tiles correctly. Wasn't just my imagination. There's something down there. Got it!
Nancy.
I found a reel of film you might want to see. Do you have anything to play it with?
There's an old projector somewhere.
Colton thinks he was forced into the relationship with Jesslyn.
Forced? Please. Jessie's a gem. Any man be lucky to get the time of day from her. don't tell a soul about this, but Colton, he's got problems. Nothing big, so don't go jumping to conclusions. But his parents told me right away he's always struggled a little. He's a smart boy, but these fits of paranoia take hold of him now and again.
Did that ever worry you, considering he was dating your daughter?
A mother always worries. I'm not saying Colton is crazy. I'm saying give him some space. He's had his troubles.
I saw Charlotte.
Pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say that. Still, there must be some sort of explanation.
You might be right. Just
what?
I don't know. This old house is playing tricks on my head.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Nancy, what's happening?
It looks like Clara never knew who her father was.
How sad. Do you think you can figure out who it was?
I don't think that's the important part.
Right. That was just a test question to see if you were still a smart detective. For a further test, please explain why.
She never really got to know her place in the family. I don't know exactly how, but that's a piece of this. It's a case of follow the money. Someone wants what Clara has, or Clara's worried she's going to lose it. I found out the story about Lexi.
Yeah?
It's messy, but the upshot is Colton and Jesslyn may have been pressured into getting married.
By their parents?
Yep, and it looks like someone paid Lexi to get out of the picture.
What? That is crazy times. Why?
Colton says the Thorntons want his family's political connections, and his family needs the Thorntons' money. It sounds old-fashioned, but these are some old-fashioned families.
That is so old school. I mean, arranged marriage? That's like one-room schoolhouse, uphill both ways in the snow, and the teacher's like a horse or something, and everyone's wearing buckle hats, and they're learning about corn. Give me a sec. Went too long without breathing.
Wait, that could explain what happened. Maybe Jesselyn ran away.
You know, I don't think so. It sounds like she was sort of resigned to the idea. She and Colton were lifelong friends. The impression I get of Jesselyn is that she wouldn't just run away, not for something silly like a wedding. I'd better get going.
Bye.
Yeah?
You know I don't believe in ghosts, but something isn't right here.
Well, explain it.
I'm seeing and hearing things. I can't explain it. And I feel, we all feel...
A weight.
Exactly.
It's common with hauntings. Now, some say that haunted places... Oh, shoot. I gotta rush. That's the other line.
Hi.
I found some strange ruins. Did you make it out there?
No, that has to be it.
What?
Jess was obsessed with finding where Charlotte died. Did it look like there was a fire there?
Yeah.
That's it. I wouldn't go near that spot for anything.
Did you know Colton was seeing someone else?
What?
He implied that his relationship with Jesslyn was set up by Clara and his parents.
I used to think we were really close, but I don't know. Maybe it was, and she didn't tell me.
Do you know anything about Lexi?
Yeah, Colton was dating her before he and Jess got engaged.
Would it strike you as weird if he were talking to her now?
Very. She split and it broke his heart. I mean, honestly. I think that's what probably prompted the engagement. If she's back, I don't even know what that means.
See you later.
Bye.
Why would you play that? Turn it off, now!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you with the movie.
I know, but just give me a minute. Seeing that well, it made my head hurt worse. I keep seeing it when I close my eyes. Did you have more to say?
Goodbye.
Take care.
Don't think I'm going to be able to fix that. What happened? If I can stack enough things together, maybe I could climb up to that wallpaper. This must be about that star sketch. I should copy the image down. Whoa, that was close.
You sure do like creeping around.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't need belief.
Why not?
I have proof. EVP. Here's some creepy things from time to time. Check it out whenever you want. If you got the nerve.
What made you call Savannah?
Jesslyn didn't run away, and she wasn't kidnapped.
I saw the ghost.
You did? You don't look near as bad as most who see her.
That's nice to know, but she terrified me.
She terrifies everybody.
Savannah seemed to think you'd be disappointed she didn't come here. Any reason why?
Savannah's talking to you about me?
Yeah, she's helping me with a case.
Don't suppose you could give me your number?
Sure, it's 404-555-4478.
Just so you know, she's gonna be mad at you for giving me this number. She'll get over it.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Do? Nothing. Back long time ago, she and I were something of a couple. Long time ago. Been a long time since we talked.
I think you're just trying to scare me away.
Girl?
Nancy.
Girl. Fear ain't some feeling to overcome, especially not here. That prickly feeling you get in that old house, that means something dark is whispering your name.
Something dark?
Trust me, that's as close as you want to get.
Can I listen to more recordings?
Sure.
See you later.
Later. That's your name, isn't it?
Yep, that would be me.
Well, you don't get less subtle than that now, do you?
Nope. Who did this?
Let's hope it's one of the living.
You said I could trust you. You said.
I still don't understand why you're hiding.
You don't know who these people are. You think you know who to trust, but you don't.
I trust them far more than you.
Your funeral. You can tell them where I am, but I will always be one step ahead of you. Always.
You're looking for something in here, aren't you?
Keep your voice down. Do you want me to be found?
At this point, yes.
You do? Well then, gotta fly.
Violent outburst? That looks important. If I can match the colors on the sides of each piece, I should be able to get this back in order. Beauregard. The missing piece. Now this key should work. A locket. I should hold on to this. This should come in handy. Those colors along the bottom must be why Beauregard's tombstone is important.
What's up?
Clara mentioned you had some paranoia issues in the past. Is that true?
Happiness has never come easy to me. I've had to fight for it. That involved seeing a psychiatrist for a bit when I was a kid. Clara knows why I went, but still won't let it go.
Did you ever meet Charlotte?
Yeah, I did. The girl, not the ghost.
Can you tell me anything about her?
Everyone loved her and everyone wanted her attention. But she still made time for me. She was a rare person. She just loved the world, loved her family, living or dead.
Or dead?
Jess told me Charlotte used to spend time in the crypt because she couldn't stand the idea of anyone ever being forgotten.
Goodbye.
Later.
Clara?
I saw Charlotte, and she looked mad.
Are you sure it was Charlotte and not someone dressed up like her?
She walked right through the wall, and she told me something only I could possibly know.
What?
I said, it's something only I could possibly know.
Not to be rude, but you don't look so great right now.
Headache. I think it's the stress. Since I got here, I have been feeling really strange.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
This looks like the one in the ruins. I bet the numbers from the coffin will work. Got it. Looks like it needs a key. Looks like something is missing. I bet I can trace a path from the top left corner to the top right corner.
Yeah?
I showed Clara a film that really upset her.
Actual film? Where'd you find it?
Yeah, out in the ruins.
Mm-hmm. Prick up your ears. Someone's talking to you.
What do you mean?
What's on that film is at the heart of everything.
It was an old birthday party.
Charlotte's. Maybe she's the one doing the talking.
You dated Wade, is that right?
If you're asking, then you already know the answer.
Is that the reason you didn't come?
One of the reasons. But that's just one.
I think I'd like to know the other reasons.
Because I'm less help to the living than I am to the dead.
What happened between you and Wade? I think I might need to know.
Wade is bad news. Enough said.
I'd better get going.
Good night.
Yeah?
I'd better get going.
Find Jess.
Oh, look, it's little old you. Where's the cavalry?
Why are you still hiding? What's to stop me from telling everyone where you are?
Maybe I'm the only one who can help find Jesslyn. Did you ever think of that?
All right, I won't tell. Clara said you had a troubled childhood. Is that true?
Troubled? No, I was an angel. And I must have been quite the genius charmer, too, because one day they shipped me off, straight to the most elite private boarding school on the East Coast. At least that's what I believed was happening, until we were creeping up the long and whirly black driveway, and I caught my first glimpse of the bars on the windows. I became the first Thornton to be admitted to the Millicent P. Krauthammer Sanitarium for criminally insane girls and women of good social standing. I'm one of the few girls to actually graduate from that program. I got a little diploma that says Harper's no longer a danger to herself or others and everything. And just yesterday, the Alumni Association sent me one of them dried macaroni pictures inviting me to speak at a function. But as you can see, I am otherwise engaged.
Where do you live when you're not here?
Wouldn't you like to know? And wouldn't I like to know?
I really upset Clara, thanks to you.
Did she cry? And if she did, was it one stoic little tear like she was going for one of them movie awards? Or was it a big, snuffly, ugly cry? Oh, she's an ugly crier. I hate to bring that to the table, but it is the truth.
You made me upset a woman whose daughter is missing.
Oh, she's a big girl now. The truth shouldn't upset her. Don't look at me like that. I'm bored down here, and she's done worse to me.
Are you the one writing the notes I keep finding?
What answer do you want me to say? Are you looking for a yes or a no? Or the in-between one?
Just the truth.
Oh, now that I can't help you with. I don't function well in reality.
Do you know why seeing an old film of Charlotte's birthday would upset Clara that much?
Did it upset her?
Quite a bit.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it. Reenact it for me now. You be Clara. Show me what happened.
I really don't want to do that.
Spoil sport. What was even the point then?
Did you leave that out for me to find?
No. No. Maybe.
Why?
Because I want her to be sad every single day of her miserable little life. And I had a hunch it would be funny, was I right?
No.
Yeah, I was. You just don't want to say it.
Enough. You have to tell me what you're doing.
You don't tell me enough. It doesn't work that way. When it's time to find out, you'll find out, I promise you. Promise.
Why did your family send you away?
Why don't you ask your beloved Clara?
Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Sounds like someone's out there. I should take a look.
Charlotte, darling, you're gonna have to help me out here. What?
What's he up to? I should arrange these to match the date from Ethel's tombstone. I better get some sleep.
Still no luck with the search party?
No, and the numbers are starting to fall off.
Don't worry.
It's hard not to.
You have to get more sleep.
I know. I've been feeling a little groggy since I've been here.
We're here for you.
Thanks. I'd better go. I'll talk to you two later. Someone went through a lot of trouble to hide this. It must be important.
Quick, I haven't got all day.
Goodbye.
Go, leave.
Jesselyn?
Yes?
You're safe.
I don't know who you are.
Nancy, Wade hired me to help find you.
Really? Wade?
Yeah, he seemed really worried.
Oh, man. Our family's just a hot mess. What is wrong with us? Nancy, you can't tell anyone you've seen me. No one.
So you did run away?
No, I can't say what happened, and you can't either.
I can't agree to that. I came here to find you.
Good for you, but I came down here not to be found.
Let me help you.
Fine. You haven't left me much of a choice.
You were hiding out in the tunnels because you and Harper are working together? Why?
I didn't come here intending anything more than a good scare. Harper found out I was coming and snuck up on me.
She almost died. I had to give her a paper bag for the breathing to calm her down.
You shouldn't be proud of that.
Oh, grow up. You didn't die.
I'd been told my whole life that Harper was crazy.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Ignore her for a second. Come here.
Secrets don't make friends.
Look, she's not as nuts as she seems.
That, as they say, is debatable, my dear lamb.
Stop it! She needs to know. Leave if you don't want to listen, but it needs to be said.
I'm sorry, Jesselyn. I'll go.
The night of the fire, Harper was there. My whole life, my mother's kept me away from Harper. Said it was for my own good. I came here looking for Charlotte's ghost, but instead Harper found me. She told me that my mother was responsible for Charlotte's death. And I stayed to listen. I didn't laugh. I didn't run away. I stayed and listened to every word. Because she's so cold. And I believe that it might be true. I don't know if I'm going crazy or if I'm already there, but I have to know. Please, I need your help.
What can I do to help?
We've been doing this Harper's way, but we're running out of time. I need you to get the necklace from my mother's briefcase. I'll get Harper to distract her.
Why? What's so special about it?
Charlotte told Harper to open the locket if anything ever happened to her. But if we don't open it the right way, it'll destroy what's inside. Here, this will help you open the briefcase. My mother knows about the locket. That's why she never lets the necklace out of her sight. You need to find a way to get it.
Do you know that Colton is here?
I don't have time for that right now. Please go find the necklace and bring it to me.
Do you think seeing the fire is what made Harper...
Imagine carrying a secret that big for so long and not having anyone listen.
Sorry to bring it up, but were you aware that Colton's seeing someone else?
I'm not all that surprised, to be perfectly honest.
You're not?
No. The whole thing was mainly my mother's idea.
What made you trust Harper?
I wished I could explain. I've been asking myself the same thing. My mother had us convinced that Harper was dangerous. I think my mother's been putting this whole family under her thumb, me included, to keep us from finding whatever it was Charlotte was about to do.
Do you know about Lexi?
Colton and I were never in love. We were in a mess. He loved Lexi, and I hope he goes back to her.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From me.
The coast is clear. Time to snoop. Locked. I need to figure out the right combination. Got it! This must be what Jesselyn was looking for.
Well, then you didn't pay her enough. Don't make me the bad guy here. We agreed on this. You said she was no good for him. You said that, not me. Then take care of it. He's not my son yet. And if you don't take care of this, he never will be. And you know what that means. Nancy.
Is it true Harper was committed?
What? No. She went to a boarding school. It was compulsory, but it wasn't an asylum. Although she was very theatrical about the whole affair. Where did you hear that?
From Harper.
If Harper is actually here, stay away from her.
I couldn't help but overhear what you were talking about.
Oh, you couldn't? I find eavesdropping to be rather rude. Forget what you heard and consider the subject closed.
That was about Colton, right?
You don't have the context and aren't invited into this conversation. Not now.
Hey.
I found the necklace.
Good. Wait, shoot. It's missing a front piece. I need you to find it as fast as you can. It triggers the opening mechanism. This necklace was used by spies in the Civil War. If you open it without the missing piece, it shreds the message inside.
I found the locket. Here.
I can't open it. I'm going to need your help.
This looks like it matches one of the notes I found. That's it. Here you go. What's it say?
I can't. I'm gonna go see her myself.
Yeah?
Jesslyn said something you might want to hear.
When you phrase it like that, I know I don't.
She said Clara has a habit of discrediting anyone who could find out her secret. She convinced the family Harper was nuts.
And she did her best to see Wade punished for something that wasn't fair. Is that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Hon, I didn't leave Wade because of Wade. I left because I wasn't strong enough to stand up to all that darkness.
If Jesselyn, Harper, and I can do what needs to be done, you won't be alone in that fight.
Nancy, as my daddy said to me, you, dear, are a pain in the rear.
Then it sounds like I'm in good company. I found Jesselyn.
Well, that's a relief.
Not quite. She went into hiding to find evidence that would prove that Clara...
Killed Charlotte.
How did you know?
I didn't, till just now. I met her once. She had the type of smile that never met her eyes. Now I know why.
See you later.
Y'all be careful now.
Whoa, if Jesselyn confronts Clara, things could get dangerous fast. I need to find a way to light the tunnel first. If I can get this working, it should light up the tunnel. The motor won't work unless I find a way to move that ball bearing down into the shaft.
I think it's time I tell you about that thing I forgot. The night of the fire. I was there. I found Charlotte leaving the crypt. She was really upset. I must have said something to her because she came over to me. I could tell she wanted to say something, but it was like someone took her voice. She gave me this big hug and ran off. And she gave me this. I think she wants me to give this to you. I wish I had known what to do that night. I wish I could have saved her.
You were just a kid.
Yeah, and I acted like a kid and ran away. And I hid. I closed my eyes and wished with all my might that someone would make everything all right again. I never told anyone this, but I think I saw someone else there. The fire wasn't an accident, and now I'm afraid whoever did it took Jess.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
Found something. Cool, a hidden safe. I bet there's a sequence to push these in. If this is what Clara was trying to keep hidden, I think she's the one who started the fire that night. Fire? Oh, I better get out of here. It's stuck.
Nancy, help!
What's the matter?
It's Harper. She's in bad shape. I can't carry her.
I bet we could build something to get her out. I could use this to build a makeshift wheelbarrow.
Thanks, I'll get her out. Nancy, my mother's upstairs. She's in the bedroom. It's too dangerous to ask you to help. You decide.
I don't care if it's dangerous. I will get her out.
Haven't I suffered enough for you? When will you leave me alone?
I need you to calm down and come with me.
It's too late for us. She'll never let us leave.
It looks like it's up to me to get us out of here. Ah! Can't get out that way.
I'm sorry for what happened. I sat at your grave every night for a year.
Won't budge. Maybe I can use the clocks again.
And I said, I'm sorry. I didn't want you to die.
The time's been reset.
So much, and I had
I did
nothing.
this once. I can do it again.
And now you want my life. You want me to rot in some prison. Well, I can't keep running from you, Charlotte.
In time. I'm getting you out of here.
Just let me stay. I deserve it.
You deserve the chance to pay for your mistakes. Now, come on.
Nancy, you made it.
Dear Ned, I was able to pull Clara out of the fire just in time. We rushed out the front door before the stairs collapsed. Imagine my relief when I saw that Jesslyn and Harper had made it out safely as well. Clara finally told Jesslyn the truth, and about how sure she was that she'd be pushed out of the family entirely when she discovered Charlotte had changed her will. How jealous and powerless she felt the night she lit the match, and how badly she wanted to scare Charlotte, how quickly the fire got out of control, and how heartbroken she was at Charlotte's death. She would have given anything to take that night back. Jesslyn later said that was the first time she saw the real Clara. who wasn't a cold-blooded killer, just a woman so dedicated to hiding from her past, she lost herself. The fire department traced the source of the blaze back to the faulty furnace in the basement and insisted we all visit the hospital for exposure to toxic fumes. The doctor I saw explained that carbon monoxide from Harper's furnace may be the cause of some of the unexplained things I saw around the house. Apparently, many of the ghosts in Victorian-era fiction may have been inspired by the effects of exposure to carbon monoxide from faulty heaters. In the weeks that passed, Jesselyn began to take control of the family company. She's offered Wade a position on the board and tasked him with keeping an eye on the day-to-day operations of the company's labor force. I imagine he'll take her up on the offer once he's back from a trip to visit a certain former ghost hunter. Savannah called to tell me she's invited Wade to come out for a visit. I was a bit annoyed when I found out what Savannah hadn't told me about this case, but I have to admit I'm really hoping things work out for those two. Colton and Jesselyn seem like they're on the road to patching up their friendship. They both seemed mutually relieved to dissolve the engagement. Colton has a lot to iron out with his parents and his relationship with Lexi, but he seems determined to do things on his own terms. Harper disappeared shortly after the fire. After an exhaustive search, Wade and Jesselyn tracked Harper down and convinced her to rejoin the family. Years of Clara's manipulation left her a bit suspicious of the offer at first, but she finally agreed, provided she could completely raze Thornton Hall, and in its place build a public park dedicated to the memory of the lives lost on Blackrok Island. Jesselyn loved the idea and considered it the first meaningful step toward building a company and a family that would have made Charlotte proud. If you ever find yourself visiting Blackrok Island, the creepiest thing you're likely to encounter is Harper enjoying a good book next to the tombstone that bears her name. And maybe those trees, but it's not their fault they look like that. As for me, I'm looking forward to good old non-haunted River Heights. Can't wait to see you. Love, Nancy.